of 1918, Germany was devastated by the First World War. Its army had been defeated and humiliated, but shortly after 2 decades, in 1941, Germany had managed to conquer the main countries of Europe, including its rival, France, which raises the question, what made the German army so good and efficient in World War II? When Hitler took control of Germany, it was clear that one of his main objectives was to remilitarize the country and break the Treaty of Versailles. He began by investing heavily in propaganda, encouraging young people to serve the country and become soldiers, and shortly after drastically increased the budget invested in the military area and instituted mandatory conscription laws. All of this had one objective: to annex countries and regions with German-speaking populations and defeat its biggest rival, France. A few years later, Adolf Rah militarized the Rhineland region, which, according to the Treaty of Versailles, the German army was not allowed to be there. This region was a highly industrialized and vital place for Germany to be able to invest more heavily in supplies and weapons for its new army. Hitler also created the Wehrmacht, which was the combination of land, air, and naval forces to have greater combat efficiency. Now Germany, with a rebuilt and reindustrialized army, moved on to the next step of Hitler's plan, annexing the countries and regions who spoke German. Through diplomacy, Austria and part of Czechoslovakia were annexed, something that also helped a lot in the German remilitarization effort. With the successful reconstruction of the army, remilitarization of the Rhineland, and annexation of Austria and Czechoslovakia, Hitler's popularity was high. And now, all his generals fully trusted him. The German generals had one objective: to avoid long wars of attrition and to attack with surprise and force to quickly defeat the enemy. So the Blitzkrieg was created. The quick war consisted of a surprise attack using tanks and motorized vehicles to attack and break the enemy line, along with air attacks and bombardments that were followed by infantry protecting the flanks and supporting tanks, all combined with the surprised element. In 1939, Germany invaded Poland, and the Second World War began. Using Blitzkrieg, the German army managed to innovate and surprise its enemies, conquering countries such as Poland, Holland, Belgium, France, and several others in less than a year. But if the German army was so efficient and powerful, why did Germany lose the war? The simple answer is that the Second World War was supposed to be a quick war, where in a short time Germany invaded and conquered its enemies, but it became a war of attrition between 3 world powers against Germany, which resulted in the collapse of the army and destruction of the Third Reich.